It's a special concert. Ruth Miller is back on stage at the age of 61, appearing with her punk band, the Verinos.
People said we couldn't do it, but we did.
And she wants more women to do it, no matter what their age, even if they've never played an instrument before. She says it's high time for women to conquer the stage.
Especially if you've never been on stage before, we invite all the women up on stage to come and sing with us. Let's have some going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mama Ruth.
Ruth, the punk mum, founded the Unglamorous Music Project. The gig, featuring all 16 bands, is a week away. Many here have only begun to play an instrument recently. Sophie helped organize the event.
I'm bringing stuff down in my car. I've got another car. Emma's bringing stuff down in the car.
Okay.
Your car's out of bounds.
But Janet's going to bring us along, and I'm bringing backup amp.
I think in the beginning, I knew that there are loads of barriers to why women don't get up on stage and join bands, and the barriers are huge. So whether that is having an instrument, having an amplifier, knowing how it works, taking time to learn things, having people to help you, knowing who to go to, knowing what to do. And so the early Unglamorous project was about remove all the barriers.
I didn't realise how much was involved, even in something as simple as sound checking. Like developing a really good sound check technique and knowing when to stop playing so that he can listen to the rest of your band. Having the confidence to say, actually, can I get a bit more of my guitar in the monitors?
The rest of the day belongs to Ruth's daughter, Izzy, who has moved out of her mother's place. After spending decades having a career teaching primary school and raising her children, Ruth is retired. As a pensioner, she suddenly finds herself having time on her hands.
I think society says, well, if you're a woman over 50, you do sewing, you make nice quilts, you go out to gin bars and drink gin with your friends, or you go around ancient houses and look at antiques, or you do yoga and keep fit, or you go jogging. There's certain things that if you're over 50, they are good hobbies for those kind of women, but there never seemed to be a hobby where you would learn a musical instrument and play together with people.
And that's exactly what Ruth did. She founded the band the Verinos, a genuine women's punk band. She played in lots of bands when she was young. She founded the bands Poe and Roots Refrigerator and toured Europe. Then she became a mother, and punk rock had to go. She hasn't missed it until now.
Everybody thinks that it's this moment of boom, I've got this fantastic idea, but it doesn't happen like that. It's something that's evolved over a period of time, if you like. So I thought if I write some really simple songs, because you can write songs in that punk tradition of just one chord, very simple beat, and teach some women who've never played before how to play one string on a bass, or just a very simple beat on a drum, you could make it exciting and interesting, and they might enjoy it.
Ruth's workshops and online courses have drawn in more and more women.
So this string here is E, A. So start with the one I know is good, A. Oh, nothing sounds bad.
The Unglamorous Music Project has found a home at Stay Free Music Studios, a former sock factory that now rents out rehearsal rooms to bands by the hour. Mental Load is doing its dress rehearsal. Chloe, Lou, Nat and Libby have been playing together for just a few months and are having trouble with the equipment. Thank goodness there's Chrissy. She lives around the corner and is a longtime member of the project. She and Sophie are Ruth's trusted assistants.
Yeah. It might be your mic.
Fabulous, thank you so much.
What my husband said as I left you went, "Bye, Ozzy."
Chrissy dials in the sound. Everything should feel just like it will at the concert on Sunday.
I am excited, yes, definitely. It's a whole mixture of different things because it is only like our second proper gig. So.
Well, it's our first one with more than one song.
Yes.
More than one song. This is the gig with the 4 songs, not the 1 song. So it's kind of...
4.
Chrissy has been playing music all her life. Chrissy has been playing music all her life. She barely survived a serious accident when she was 13. Her face and body were badly burned.
I suppose music was kind of my escape from day-to-day reality. Because of my visible difference, I got bullied a lot when I was at school. So music was kind of my go-to place to feel better. When I'm singing, my burns don't matter, you know. And I've had that experience a few times. Some people, when I've sang in bands years ago, they've come up and they're like, wow, you know, I had a really bad day, but just listening to you sing made me feel really, really good, and thank you for that. And that, if we go down here, is it the rehearsal rooms? All the rehearsal rooms have got different colours to them, and the first one is the orange room. And that, and also we have all the posters of everything that's happening, the Unglamorous projects, as we started here.
Each band progressed as it went from room to room, orange, green, blue, until it finished in the black room, the one with the real stage. Leicester's 16 female punk bands all got their start here with Ruth.
And this is the white room. This is where it all started. So as you can see, we've got seats around the sides, and that all the ladies come in here. Ruth teaches, has a chat with everybody, finds out what instruments they can play, what instruments they'd like to learn to play, and it all starts here in the white room. And this is the beginning of one of our songs with Virginia Woolf. We are women in a white room. We play in a band 'cause we want to. Been through so much to get to where we are. We are women in a white room.
The big concert is just 5 days away, and there's been a surprise development. Nottingham's legendary club Rough Trade has contacted Chrissy, asking whether her band, Virginia's Wolves, could play a gig there. Band member Dina can hardly believe it. Her 2 boys are less impressed.
It's crazy. Our guitarist, Auntie Lizzie, she saw the Hives 2 weeks ago there. And they're a huge band. They're a massive band. This is just, I mean, it's mind-blowing, isn't it, where this has taken us. You think, what, we started last January, well, February we started, didn't we?
Yeah.
Getting on that stage was like an out-of-body experience. It was an absolute rush. It was brilliant. I'd done little things at primary school or high school. Like I'd gone and done recorder on the stage, but this was just like something, you know, I've gone from really, you know, you have children, and all women will say this, and there'll be no woman who says any different. I defy it if they do. You lose your identity.
Absolutely.
You absolutely become mum. You don't have a name anymore.
No.
You don't have a name.
You're the mum of the twins.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so-and-so. And I was exactly the same.
Yeah.
And when my kids were little, you know, I had no name. I had no person.
You were trying to get our rockets.
Dina manages to carve a few hours out of her week for band practice and concerts. Her ex-husband isn't always pleased when asked to take the kids.
I have them 6 days of the week. But if I want to do something, well, you don't have to do that. Oh, I don't remember I had to be stuck at home. I'm sorry, I didn't realise I was a prisoner in my own house. And that upset me, and he knows from then he's not allowed to say anything.
Leicester is proud to be known as the capital of female punk bands, thanks to the Unglamorous Music Project. The city's image in Britain isn't great. It's said to be run down and poor. In 2020, Leicester officials imposed the country's longest COVID lockdown on the city. Pubs and restaurants remained shuttered for 15 months.
And I think this has come about because of COVID. And I think because in Leicester there was a particular anger about COVID that then drew on the normal anger that women have.
The lockdown was very hard on single mothers like Dina. There was no childcare for months, and as a teacher, she had to run online classes from home. She's happy her boys can once again go next door to Dina's mother in the afternoon.
Come on, babies. Where are you? Anybody? Children? Sweets?
Yep.
Where? Where did you get sweets?
Sweets.
Where are they from? Why are you eating sweets right now? Oh my goodness, right, get out. Get out. Oh, God.
Dad's really gonna freak out now.
Your dad is gonna freak out if you've had sweets. Right, come on then. I'll see you in a bit, Mummy.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, come in. Mummy. Good boy. Mummy finally have a drink. After, I don't know when, for break time. Break time. What did you eat for lunch?
The concert in Nottingham is this evening. Dina's ex will come by soon to pick up the kids. There's only a little time for Dina to rest.
Right, what are you eating?
Oh.
What's in here? Without the band stuff, I think I'd be so unhappy. I'd struggle. It brings me so much joy. It brings me so much happiness. It brings me so many friends. And my social life, you know, they're all my best friends now. And, you know, as a single parent, it's very lonely. People don't want to know you anymore. You know, they're fine and they're around when the babies are little. But, you know, in the last year, since Virginia's Wolves, I've found a tribe. I found a community of women.
Rough Trade in Nottingham is a legendary club. Virginia's Wolves are joined by two other bands from the Unglamorous collective.
Should we all do the top one?
It's time to open the doors, then take the stage. But there's bad news.
Okay, well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Rough Trade Nottingham. How are we saying that? That's mad. My name's Sophie. I am in one of the three bands playing tonight, Velvet Crisis. We're going to kick things off imminently. I'm just going to say a couple of quick words at the beginning on behalf of our glorious founder, Ruth Miller, who, who unfortunately is poorly today and isn't going to be able to join us. She's put all the work into organising this and, in fact, organising the entire programme and project, but unfortunately she can't join us tonight.
No dancing on your fingertips, not anymore. See this sister, see this mother, see this daughter. We know the score. We are Lions Hills Raw. We are Lions Hills Raw. We are Lions Hills Raw. We have had enough.
Thank you very much, everybody. You've been a wonderful, lovely audience. Thank you for supporting us. Go get a drink and come back in a little bit for our next wonderful band tonight.
A concert without punk mum Ruth, in a different city, in front of a different crowd.
Don't you come for me everywhere I
Virginia's Wolves. Follow us on all the socials.
Instagram, Facebook.
And if you've not bought the album, please buy the album. Just buy it. It's awesome, you know.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you,
we'll
Rough
also
Trade.
in it for you and everything.
There's the album. There it is.
And I've always wanted to say this. Nottingham, you have been amazing. Thank you and good night.
Oh my God, I think it has blown up to something incredible. Something that, I mean, the idea that Ruth had, it's blown up to a point where she never envisaged this. We never envisaged this at all. And I think it's probably going to grow some more as well. I definitely believe it's going to grow some more. So yeah, we're here to take over the world. Yes.
I'm not trying to challenge the music industry. The music industry is out there. There's some great players, great songwriters, great musicians. All I'm doing is breaking in with a very, very small... This is possible, isn't it? This is, you know, this is a form of music created by a different group of people that don't normally make music. And it is valid and the songs are good. They're simple, but they're very good. And that's what shocked me, I think, when I started, how good the songs are.
The concert is tomorrow. Ruth has organized a drum workshop with a professional drummer.
Studio here called Die House.
Yes, this big chunk of the building here. Sorry.
Has agreed to do a workshop here for women who've been playing drums for a while. And it's nice that we've got a mixture of people who've been doing lessons with Lee, who know the basics, but maybe haven't played in a band. But also a load of you who have played in bands with no knowledge of the basics. So on that very first day when you came to an unglamorous workshop and I just said, oh, here's the sticks, go boom, 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 I didn't give them that information about how to hold the sticks or any of that. So welcome, Lee Allison.
Thanks very much, Ruth, for inviting me to come along today. OK, so let's just play as a basic rhythm. Something super, super simple. Absolutely anything. Doesn't matter, it really doesn't matter what it is.
Women drummers are rare. There are few role models.
OK. Quick round of applause for that. Excellent stuff. I mean, you guys have probably done a lot of this already. I mean, you're all in band, so you're all rehearsing. Definitely, you're all probably gigging. Is there anyone here who's not played live yet? OK. Karen.
Thanks to the Unglamorous Music Project, more and more women are becoming Lee's students.
But get it really relaxed and let the stick do the, you know, make its movement with the least amount of kind of cumbersome action from the hand. OK. So I can see a lot of what we would refer to as the French timpani method. All the hard work that you've put in, that's the payback time for it. It's a really good way to think of it because no matter how stressed or worried you might be about the performance, you know, there has to be the pudding. Do you know what I mean? At the end of it, and that's what the performance is. So go get them. Have a great time. Thank you very much. I'm really interested to see over the coming weeks, months and years, how those individual musicians then develop. You know, where does it go from there? What kind of places do they go to? Does the Unglamorous project become, is there a sound that's inherent with it, for instance? You know, does there become a certain genre tag, you know, a particular sound or way of working? Or does it just become a kind of a place for female musicians to grow and then, you know, disperse and do other things, which inevitably probably will happen. So it's just really exciting. The whole thing's just like, and it's happened so quickly, you know. It's just lovely to see it flourish.
The next morning, there's a meeting at the Firebug, the pub hosting the big concert. Drums, amps, cables, instruments. Ruth packed the cars this morning. Now it's time to unload. But where to put everything.
What's in it, though? You don't know? Okay, well, we'll wait till Ruth gets here, then. We won't take it anywhere. That's going into your car. So I don't know what Ruth wants to do, so I'm waiting. Well, she'll be here in a minute. She's on her way. I'm waiting to find out. Yeah. Okay, so should I try and get somebody who can lift? Oh, this is going to be too heavy for me, I think. Oh, yes. Can't lift her. Matt's got a basic drum kit and loads of amps. So, who said that's what you'd asked for?
So which one's in year 5, which one's in year 6?
So maybe he's finally caught up with himself. So basically...
I would rather now we've brought our drum kit. Oh,
it's all set up. Go and have a chat with him.
Time for a sound check.
And there you have a college.
1, 2, la 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 la. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Try you.
Cheers, thanks, Ollie.
All happy?
Tiny bit more keyboard and the monitors.
Yeah, sure. Just play for me, please. What's that?
Yeah.
Good.
Lovely.
Nice one. Thank you.
Thank you.
With the Marinos, all the wise and new. With the Marinos, realize your truth. With the Marinos, with the Marinos.
Ruth's band, the group that kicked off everything 2 years ago, takes center stage.
In the photo album, frozen on the shelf, I thought I had them. The best years of my life in the photo album. Frozen on the shelf, I thought I had them. I thought I had them. I saw it happen. At first I didn't mind, the world kept turning. Just got left behind, I saw it happen. I saw it happen. With the Marinos.
On stage, honestly, it's like the biggest buzz. Like, the fact that, like, that's my mum is crazy to me. Like, this only came about less than 2.5 years ago. And, like, from the idea of it originally just being her wanting to just play some songs with some females, some women in a band, to what it's become now is crazy to me. Like, so many, and it's gone so big.
If you've never been on stage before, are there any women here who've never been in a band before? Because this is the start of it. You come on stage, you sing with us, you form a band. Yeah, move along. Standing here tonight. Don't you wish you were standing here tonight? Tell your sisters, have you heard the whispers? Tell your mom we're gonna come for her. Don't you wish you were standing here tonight? Tell your sisters, have you heard
What no one knows is that this was to be Ruth's last performance.
Make a noise! Don't you wish you were making a noise tonight? Yeah, baby! Don't you wish you were making a noise tonight? Tell your sisters, have you heard the whispers? Tell your mom we're gonna come for her. Don't you wish you were making a noise tonight? Don't you wish you were making a noise?
My aim in life is to write a song that would make a load of women get up and dance. If I could write a song like that would carry on, to me that would be my life aim, really. So yes, I started with punk with the Verinos, but I'm kind of moving towards inspire the people in the room to love the music and dance, maybe.